Welcome back. I'm Dylan Santamond, and this is episode 5 of Creative Differences. Today, our painters are saddling up for something a little darker. We are bringing bone, rot, and ruin to life with these grim and towering grave riders. 3 painters, each with their own eerie vision, will have the same amount of time to bring these deathly figures to life. Will they go full grimdark, lean into cursed elegance, or summon something completely unexpected from the grave? Let's meet them and find out. This is Creative Differences.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I have been painting, I've been painting little things, can't entirely call them all miniatures, for probably at least a decade now. I don't know, I'm really bad with time. I've been painting actual D&D minis for probably the last 6 months or so. And I really enjoy working with hobby paints because they're so nice. What I'm used to doing is I have for years and years and years done toy repaints. So things like this. And usually using, I just use whatever materials I can find, usually very cheap. So something like this takes a billion coats of paint to look good and smooth and nice. And a miniature with the right paint takes like 1 coat or 2, and it's wonderful. But given that this is the kind of thing I'm used to making, I'm pretty sure that I'm probably going to be continuing the trend today of really colorful Creative Differences miniatures. We'll see.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm back again. It's Keith. I enjoy a good classic fantasy owlbear, and then you've also given me the prototype for that owlbear, so I have gotten to paint one, but I haven't gotten to paint one recently. The others, the lizards were cool, but not really my style.
I am... Oh, God, I was going to do it. Yeah. I am... and I have been painting minis my entire life. Since I came out of the womb... You want a non-offensive name? Okay. My name is Colt. I come from the planet Earth. Great. Who cares? Paint's where it's at. I've been painting for generations. I am on every level of paint.
So I've been running D&D games since about 2013. That makes it about 12 years now. With gaps here and there, but I also had to DM through pandemic. So I started with in-person games, in-person maps. I really like in-person maps, even if they're just drawn, even if you just have like paper tokens. I've done the whole thing of like, because I thrift toys, let's grab a whole bunch of toys and it's like someone's a My Little Pony and someone's a Lego piece. But it's very good for theater of the mind, like for not just doing theater of the mind, especially for someone like me, because I have aphantasia. So I can't think in pictures. But if I have sort of the building blocks, the representation, it makes it a lot easier for me to think as a DM as to, okay, where is everyone in this room? Who would be attacked? How much time do you need to escape? That sort of thing. I really like having that representation.
I did say dragons. I do enjoy a good dragon. There's a couple of other things. A griffin would be cool, but I know that's really close to owlbear, so we can't guarantee that. And also maybe something outside of the D&D mythos would be cool. I'm not saying Gundams. I know there was talk of Gundams in the last episode, but maybe something a little bit more robotic would be cool. Something with flat edges so you can really edge a line and handle edging and all this other Gunpla buzzwords and stuff that I'm not going to remember at this point in time.
What do you mean none of it's true? You'll tell by how good the painting is. That's what I'm here for, right?
You painted like 1 mini. I want...
It took a long time. Generations. Since the I think seeing him in person, I was ecstatic at knowing that you guys were looking at the same thing I was looking at. And that goes back to what I was saying about having people at a table doing their own thing. I have to talk about Leo, because Leo next to him, Leo is incredible. You look at him and it's like, wow, now that's someone who you would want to play as a character. And you look at Folkfire and you're like, you got a hammer, but you look spunky. And I'm like, you know what? every single interaction when I was playing as Folkvar online, I was inhabiting that little dude and all of the energy pent up. There are times where we talk about it and I'm talking about how Folkvar dances in the car and I'm just, I'm wiggling, I'm doing it. But in my mind, I am that small sized person doing these things. So when it comes to minis, getting the scale is always a big deal. Unfortunately for small characters, you just can't make them appropriately small or they don't show up as well. So when I see it, I'm disappointed that you can't get the same scale that you can with a normal medium-sized mini or larger. On the other hand, I do like you can see them.
It's a horse! It's an undead horse! You know how many My Little Ponies I've turned into skeletons or like gothified them? Oh my goodness, wait, it doesn't have wings, so this has to be, what are we gonna turn you into? Who are we gonna turn you into? I have a My Little Pony OC, but I wouldn't do her. Earth Ponies, so this has to be a Pinkie Pie or an Applejack. So probably a Pinkie Pie. We're gonna do
So you're the
Pinkie Pie, the Pinkie Pie of famine.
Okay.
Yeah, like, maybe I'll look up some other Earth Ponies and choose from those. There's a lot of, I don't think, if Coco Pomel is an Earth Pony, then I do. Anyway, Pinkie Pie.
Really? You know I painted one of these before, right? Yeah. It is definitely a different pose. I mean, I've dealt with one of these before in the past. I know how I did the last one. And well, the last one turned out really well. I think I have an inkling of how I'm going to do this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Where's the skin? I don't know. He strikes me as someone that's going to take a long time to paint well. And I don't have that time. So you've given me something that will end up with skin because I'm going to paint so thickly on it that you'll know it was done by a child. My skills have not developed since the...
So I've just got on, well, I'm trying to build up this base coat of light pink over this black, which it's currently at 3 layers. It might need 4, which is quite difficult. Also, because I don't have a hot pink and I can't make a hot with the colors I have, there's no way to mix it that way. I'm going for more muted tones on the horse because they're dead. I mean, I know the person's also dead, but we know who this person is and that they're regenerating. So they can have the same color scheme with, some bones and stuff. I'm gonna do the bones poking out. But because the horse is actually properly dead, or the pony, I should say, is properly dead, we're just doing muted tones in the main, but I will get the cutie mark on there because I'm very used to painting cutie marks. Yeah. Where am I going? I think everyone knows where I'm going with this. I don't know if I should. I think it's self-explanatory. My art speaks for itself.
All right, so we've kind of started with the whole nightmare thing. We went for that orange, gonna lead up into yellow to try and get some flame effects. And then I remembered that there was an early 2000s, I want to say it was early 2000s movie with Nicolas Cage. So we are going Ghost Rider. Hey. So we are going to hopefully go Flaming Ghost as well, get some silver on these armor panels, and yeah, we can try and make this a flaming horse and rider. That's where we're at right now.
Didn't see you there. I was busy working on this beauty. As you can see, I'm currently washing the paint off because I made mistakes. But that's part of art. You see this disgusting little black on the outside? It should be reversed. It should be black in the crevices and not shiny where the outer part needs to be. This side I'm really happy with. We're getting that kind of like golden sheen and blend on the mechanical parts and etc. You probably can't tell what I'm doing yet, and that's on purpose. At the end, it'll clearly come together, but that's if we get to the end. I might just spend 32 years. What was the other question? Can I get back to art?
And that wraps up this episode of Creative Differences. Our painters took on the eerie challenge of the Grave Riders and delivered some truly haunting creations. We even had a couple of unexpected guests make an appearance among the undead ranks. Talk about a crossover from beyond the grave. A huge thank you to Rescale Miniatures for providing these fantastic models. We acquired them from their online store at myminifactory.com, and you can find the link in the description below if you're inspired to paint your own. For those looking to incorporate these spectral riders into your tabletop adventures, visit our website at silverdicesociety.com. We've prepared a free Dungeons & Dragons 5e stat block for the Grave Riders, ready to challenge your players in their next campaign. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like, share your favorite Grave Rider in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Silver Dice Society for more miniature painting showcases, tabletop resources, and gaming inspiration. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Creative Differences.